Godzilla and Kong: The New Empire is Warner Brothers and Legendary's brand new Monsterverse movie, and I had a blast with this one. This by far is the most over-the-top, bonkers and nuts Monsterverse movie that we've had so far, and I'm absolutely here for it. This is kind of the way I wanted the Monsterverse to go down, and it is the way it's going. If you liked Godzilla from 2014, which was a lot more grounded, a lot more kind of horror focused actually when you think about it, this is quite over the top and quite different, but to me it was fantastic. Kong is essentially the lead character here, and to be honest, I actually think this probably could have been a Kong sequel because he is the lead character here, and Godzilla does kind of take more of a supporting role, but it's absolutely perfect in the way that it's balanced. And basically the story about this is at the end of Godzilla versus Kong, they both go their separate ways, the two titans, and they've had their long hard fought battle against Mecha Godzilla, and they've kind of learned, right, you stay in your corner, I'll stay in my corner, we won't bother each other anymore. But Godzilla basically says, if you come near me again, I will kill you. And Kong is living in Hollow Earth, which is basically a realm inside of the Earth that was introduced in Godzilla vs. Kong. And from here, we get introduced to the villain of the movie called Scar King, who is basically a giant orangutan that is out to basically invade Earth. That is what he wants to do. And then Godzilla and Kong need to team up to fight this dude, and I actually think Scar King was a great villain here. Not going to tell you anything about who he is as a villain or kind of his allies and what sort of tricks he has up his sleeve, but be prepared for some twists. You may have seen kind of leaked promo art and leaked toys and stuff, so you might know who or what or exactly what it is that I'm talking about, but it's better to be saved for the movie, so just be prepared for that. There is some twists and turns in here, but what ends up happening is Godzilla and Kong put their differences aside and they fight this Scar King together, and this is probably out of all the Monsterverse movies the one that is focused the most on the Titans and less the humans, and I'm so here for that because that is essentially what we're all here to watch, right? I mean, yeah, the humans provide such an important part of the story because they tell you what is happening, and without that it would be 2 hours of two titans that literally cannot speak a lick of English, and they're just fighting each other and they're teaming up against an orangutan, and that would be it. But the humans do provide that anchor to the Monsterverse, and it's so important. But in this, I actually liked it. A lot of the human screen time is actually spent in Hollow Earth, so even though, you know, you're engaging in human conversations, it is in Hollow Earth, and it's all about Hollow Earth, it's all about the Titans. It's never really about like family drama and stuff like that. It's just basically about the Titans, and I think the cast here do really well, but they aren't really the main focus, and that's the way it should be. Double thumbs up from me. So Godzilla is absolutely epic in this, but he kind of takes a back seat, as I mentioned. Kong is the lead here, and I actually think they did a really good job with the non-verbal communication between the Titans. You know, Kong can't speak, if you didn't know that, so the way he communicates with the different apes, the different orangutans, the different Titans, the humans, it's actually done very well, that you can actually understand very clearly by his face, by his emotions, what he is actually kind of conveying. And Godzilla is kind of the same, but he's just very angry all the time, isn't he? So that's just kind of him. So there's not really much to know about Godzilla other than he's very angry all the time. But the visuals are actually really stunning here. Hollow Earth in particular is fantastic. The fight scenes are actually so badass. Some of the fight scenes in this, you're just going to have to see them to believe them because they do contain spoilers, and I don't want to get into that right now. So I just think that the movie overall is a big, massive spectacle, and if you're here for that, and you're here for Titans fighting, you're here for a mega team up between two gigantic titans that are massive in pop culture, that were only fighting each other a few years ago, now they're teaming up, you're gonna get exactly what you want from this movie. Embrace it, love it for what it is. The Monsterverse is going down the over-the-top route, and me personally, I'm a fan of that, and I don't really mind it. Some of you might, but for me, I just think it's perfect. And the way the movie sets up so much different stuff, they can go many different routes, and I definitely don't think this is the end of the Monsterverse. I hope it's not anyways, but the soundtrack is killer, the visuals are killer, the choreography in some of the fight scenes is beautiful, the cinematography, some shots are actually genuinely stunning. I know they're probably CGI, but really, really stunning. The director had a great eye for making sure that the scale of these monsters is shown very well. The humans have a great storyline here. They take backseat to the Titans, but that is a good thing. And overall, I had an absolute blast with this movie. I'm going to go watch it again because I genuinely loved it that much. Thank you to Warner Brothers Ireland for the invite. It was an absolutely amazing screening, and I'm so lucky and glad that I got to see this movie early. And for all of these reasons tied together, I'm going to give Godzilla and Kong: The New Empire 8.5 out of 10, 4 stars. I think it's fantastic. It is better than Godzilla vs. Kong in my opinion, and you're going to have to stay tuned to my channel because tomorrow morning I'm going to be putting up a Monsterverse ranking video with all of the movies and the 2 shows as well. So stay tuned to see where I put Godzilla and Kong: The New Empire in that video. But for now, Godzilla and Kong: The New Empire, it is out Friday, tomorrow, the 29th of March. You should go and see it. I had a blast with it, and it's definitely a lot of fun and a AAA blockbuster done right. This was epic.